Wassail, fixed times. Oh, I just touched the top of that lighter and it was burning hot after I spent ages trying to light this giant fat piece. So let me just cleanse me. I leave that smoking. Can I have a little bit water? It's the last of the gas. It's been a very slow process getting through it. Wassail sheen. So we're on fixed today. Kind of wassail Sandra, wassail Mari Bates, and thank you. So wassail Francisca. For those of you who didn't, wassail Kathy Incognito. She's not there. She's not there. Wassail save our trees. Yeah. They didn't save that one. Actually, I went in a shop the other day and they had bags and bags of it here in Peru. But it does grow. It's very famous in Peru, in the rainforests. Wassail Parry, wassail Andy sings. So, yes, yesterday, I mean, you know, these last few readings have been full of so much noise. Wassail Eve. And last night they took noise to another level. But actually it was gorgeous. It was like ramping up the volume. I mean, there was a parade of the Lord of the Miracles. And I thought it was going to burst my speakers because I was trying to show it live and we were all waiting for the effigy of Jesus to be carried down. It took about 90 minutes before it arrived at the time they said it would. But it was a wonderful moment. It's about magically being in the right place at the right time, because I stayed here when I was healing from my neck tattoo. And I thought when I returned to Lima, I would stay in the same place and have the tattoo here in the building and heal from it. And it was about being in the right place at the right time. Who knew that the golden effigy of the Lord of the Miracles would pass by? Not just that, but I truly was in the best building. So I wasn't in the energy, but I was able to get the best view. There were people leaning out of other buildings, but they wouldn't have seen it arriving and being placed on the carpet of flowers that they'd made. And then afterwards, the carpet had been ruined. And within 3 minutes of them leaving, sweeping it all up, there's a big stain of red on the floor, because I discovered they kind of dye things to make the colours really powerful. Oh, they did for this. Anyway, Wassail Victoria Royal. So yeah, I felt very blessed by the energy of the procession and being able to enjoy it and watch it. It was amazing. It was thronging with people. Wassail Holy. So this morning, well no, go back. Last night, after everybody left, and it took a long time because they have to carry it. There's about 20 people carry him, and they have to keep putting him down when the bell rings. And I just felt like the desires, the needs for miracles from the entire crowd just sucked all the energy out of me. But I woke this morning fine. So that was good. And it was quiet this morning. I'm not making any promises now. So Wassail Robinson. So yeah, say hello. I'm not getting Scorpio till the end. Yes, Kathy is always on the ball as a moderator, reminding you that you can send me donations, which I greatly need always. Because it's easy to run out of money. So, yes, there were miracles taking place. And, yeah, exactly, that's what the replay's for. So I woke up, I got straight into your energy, and it happened really quickly. I managed to channel everything, I managed to get a song for you all, really simply. Yesterday was, those mutable signs, they were really hard. It was like everything was fluid within them. Whereas everything here is very precise. It's about being in that mutable frequency, opening your energy, and then fixing it back in. But all of the readings, I'm on the wrong pages already, are about time. Time and doors of perception, different options being open. And I'm actually gonna read you, yeah, they knocked me out. Well, they didn't, because I was so excited by all the firemen everywhere, climbing around, putting up banners, that I just sat and watched them all. So I'm going to read a little poem to you that I set to music when I was about 20. And it's by a Czech poet and scientist. He's called Miroslav Holub. And it's called The Door. And it channeled in to this as a kind of collective energy that we just need to look at briefly. So this is the little poem. Obviously, it's not written in English, it's been translated, but however, it's a very beautiful translation, and I don't know the power of it in the original language. So, the door. Go and open the door. Maybe outside there's a tree, or a wood, a garden, or a magic city. Go and open the door. Maybe a dog's rummaging. Maybe you'll see a face or an eye or the picture of a picture. Go and open the door. If there's a fog, it will clear. Go and open the door. Even if there's only darkness ticking, even if there's only the hollow wind, even if nothing is there, go and open the door. At least there'll be a draft. So that feels like it's the energy for your lovely fixed signs today. We're going to go through from Aquarius, then Taurus, then Leo, and then Scorpio. But I also, the other energy, I went out, I did all the channeling, and then I thought, right, go out of the space, go and get some new coffee beans. And do you know what? Cher was on my shoulder, I'm telling you, like trying to flog me her back catalogue, everything. But the one song which I don't like the lyrics of as such currently is If I Could Turn Back Time. But the point of that is, I once had a moment where, I know, if I could turn back time, gypsies, tramps and thieves, everything was coming through. Do you believe in love? And she was doing her #1 dance that she likes to talk about, that she does. I once had a connection with spirit in Hastings before I set off on my journey about how to turn back time, and being offered an opportunity to rewind time and start from a previous place where something I wanted hadn't happened. But in the meantime, the most amazing gifted energy happened when I bumped into a guy on the seafront, and we started talking because I was playing with tarot cards, and I was trying to explain to him sound healing, and in the end I just said, but just come over into my studio and I'll give you a sound healing. And it was a really profound moment because it taught me something new about how I sound here. It was part of that journey. And so when given the option by Spirit to turn back time, I said no. Because there's something about the wish to turn back time and fix something that's erroneous in yourself. Just accept all of your mistakes and move forward. So that's just for all of you fixed frequencies out there. And we're going to do a timestamp. Hang on, I've got to go back to the timestamp page. Where's the timestamp page? So we're beginning with Aquarius at 11. Oh, now this pen's not working. It's a new one. 11 minutes Aquarius. So now I have to go back to Aquarius. Wassail Kirsty, and we're going to ring your bells first before I go into what I channeled earlier. Channeling was so easy today, it really was. So, bells Aquarius. I'll have another sip of water. Horrible, it's gassy. So, okay, that was really interesting. The gall of the gull. Seagulls, those heron gulls, and then they were unfolding that notion that gulls do a really weird thing. They always nest in the same place, and they're fairly monogamous. Well, they are, unlike us, often. But when they fly away, the younger gulls, it takes them many years to grow their feathers, so they're kind of grey. They don't look like the full white contrasted feathers. And so they leave like a skeleton crew in place. They fly off somewhere else. And then they come back, and then they kind of kick their kids out. And the kids don't know anything else, and they have to wait. So they kind of get made a little bit homeless. Now I'm thinking, that's me to a T as well. And I do have an aqua moon. You see, now that's interesting, and I wished I'd said it before I started the aqua reading. I also picked up this energy, which is, you need, when we say these things like this is the sun, moon, rising, Venus, and, whatever, it matters differently what you have in that house. And there's something of the exploratory energy of the gull, but returning to that space where they nest regularly, which is about not changing, not transforming, being slightly stuck. And what we all do is we all ultimately just keep returning to our sun sign. And there was a message that came through this morning, which is, you can expect no growth if you only focus on your sun sign. Just so that you know. You need to be looking at what you have in different houses, what planets you have there, and see how a reading would affect that. So if, like me, you've got an aqua moon, then whatever comes out in this reading now will refer to my emotions rather than my life force if it was my sun, or if it was Saturn, the boundaries that hold me back, or if it's Chiron, the wounds. So it's really important to try and explore a little bit more. Don't be fixed. Time's a soup. So, gulls. What did I have? So, what do you have? You are basically houses 5 and 6. Because of the way of the placement at the moment, of the solstice being at 9:48 p.m. on the 21st of the 12th. So you have Chariklo and Saturn. Chariklo at 6 degrees, Saturn at 21. And that's this frequency of restrictions and boundaries, breaking boundaries, resetting boundaries. So it's actually saying to you that right now, Aquarius, it is wholly and actually possible, Celeste, to unfix yourself and to transform things for whatever you have in this house. So what did I channel? It began with lots of bubbles, you know, floating through the air and reaching forwards to grab the bubbles and how they pop when we're children and how we love watching them pop. And everything feeling so very pretty and feeling that childlike thrill. And then it went, stop. Just stop. How about making the bubbles yourself and let them fill your landscape? Just posing a question to you. Then the next thing I had was writing with ink, but the pen is confused. So it's like you're writing some kind of new thoughts. Maybe you're journaling, maybe you're writing a diary. And as you write, the ink is already fading to sepia. So gifts given to you, but your memory of the gifts is somehow been distorted. So it might be that you have a pen that someone gave you for your birthday and you've had it forever. And you have a moment where you think it was your parents that gave it to you, but it was a sibling or a friend. It's about confusing the origin of an object, because the object to you eventually matters in a different way to the original source and where it came from, but you need to recall the sources. So, I love you, Kathy. So, the other energy that came through very strongly is the gift of prophecy, but the curse of self-fulfillment. So, this is unfolding, or did unfold, as an energy where we often look for solutions and we want to have future possibilities and probabilities given to us, but the importance is to actually create our own prophecies. Now, what do I mean by that? Not plucking something from the air that's random and expecting it to arrive, but actioning your future now so that you create your own possible pathways into your better future. So you're fulfilling better prophecies. So things fade in sunlight, and that was an interesting one. That's rainbow farts. That's this notion of just sitting in the light and not noticing how if you don't look at shadows, then you're just becoming bleached and worn out with time, and that's time coming in yet again. Things that look perfect on the cover of a book. You pull out a book, it's beautiful. The cover, I mean, don't judge a book by its cover, because when you open this book, all of the pages inside are decrepit. They're breaking up. The actual material they're made from has just been sun bleached because you're not facing shadows. You can't maintain only the light. Okay? You need new books. You need new books. And that's about unfixing and refixing. So, I also got the energy of hats off, taking your hats off. That's kind of like nodding, tipping respect. But there was something in it that was sentimental. So it was talking about, they were showing me containers, bottles, old perfumes, things that we cling to that we don't actually need. You know, that bottle of perfume that you might have or whatever, or a bottle of alcohol if you like to keep drinks that you have that you just never drink, but you keep it just in case. They're crutches that you might need, but you don't. You do not need these things. So something about cleaning out those energies. And then the most wonderful song, which I haven't thought about for so long, came through. Wassail, which is a song by a group called Steeleye Span. Wassail, Sarah Truth. So can I just say, I've got 28 people in here and only 16 thumbs up. Come on, the numbers should match. You should all be happy to be here and give me a thumbs up because it helps the algorithms. So, Steeleye Span folk song, and it's called Thomas the Rhymer. True Thomas sat on Huntley Bank, and he beheld a lady gay, a lady that was brisk and bold, come riding o'er the fairy bray. Ferny bray, sorry, I need to put the phone a bit nearer to me. True Thomas, he pulled off his cap, that was the hats off, there we go, and bowed him low down to his knee. All hail, thou mighty Queen of Heaven, your like on earth I ne'er did see. And then the chorus is, harp and carp, come along with me, Thomas the Rhymer. Harp and carp, come along with me, Thomas the Rhymer. So, you can go, you can read about her. She's the Elven Queen. So she's very much someone that should know about Elven life, but there are no queens. Not in the true Elven realm. There's just equality and beauty and love. So, it's about how she gifts him with prophecy. And that gift is the prophecy to create your own future now. So, Aquarius, are you feeling smart? We're going to go over here to this deck. I got the window open today because it's so warm. I went out, when I came back, I was dripping with sweat. I haven't done that for so long. I actually didn't know what to do with it. And I just had a shower before I went out. So, Aquarius, why are you shamanics? Ooh, 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 ooh. Ooh, ooh, ooh. So, look. You begin with the other you, the other me, the other you. You need a new you. You just need to unfix things and find a new you. And this is the opportunity in which you can do that. It's a shiny new mirror. It's the new book cover. Become your own new encyclopedia. Fill yourself with new things. And then you got Madre Tierra. This is the Empress in this deck. Earth, the new you. Go into the Elven realms. Discover things about philosophical fixed things that you have. And just find a solution that's new. Gift yourself with prophecy by actioning a new direction and then come back into the real world. Earth the new you into this dimension. And look, I keep saying this at the moment. every timeline possible, dimensional doorway, they are all here. You just got to find them, open them, and pull out the treasures inside them. And then as you leave, you're coming through different, newer dimensional portals. And this will happen a lot when you sleep. You'll wake up and you will just be in a new dimensional timeline. All the people you know and love, they're still there because they exist in the other dimensions. But you're transforming your frequency as you pass through all these doors, as you collect the golden keys of Thugun, or Thogun, as I like to say it, who is the silent Valkyrie. And she is on card 10, Night. So there is this energy of, we live in a world where it doesn't matter whether you're standing outside in the sun, and again, that's this rainbow fast frequency. You can be outside in the sun. It doesn't matter what emotion you're feeling at the point that you're in the sun, whether it be anger, frustration, joy, happiness, love, you still cast a shadow. But the frequency of the shadow is in the energy. So if you go outside and you're joyful, it's a joyful shadow, but we just see it as a shadow, and we don't want to really look at those shadows. So I want a Chariklo and a Saturn. Chariklo, Wassail, Urbína. No, it doesn't appear on the channel list, Uta, because they've changed it. They're under, if they were uploaded live, they're under a separate section of live. I don't know why they did this. I had a friend who said, I've caught up with all your videos, but she hadn't because she didn't know to touch the live tab. I don't know why they've done it, and they need to stop assuming that we're all wise enough to realise that they've made these transformations and hidden videos from us. Floating above barriers from both of them. So we've got the spiritual canoe and a canoe. How do you do? Chariklo, floating you above the restrictive barriers, but Saturn's doing the same thing. This is an opportunity to review the fences in your life. Thank you, Kelly. Wassail, Kelly. So yes, 9 and 6 and 3. You got yourself a Tesla code, but you got to earth that Tesla code interior inside your soul. This is the energy. So the 6 are the barriers in the outer world that, with others, with things around us, that Chariklo is working on. Saturn is the one giving us the divine, what do I want to say? The divine opportunity to transform these things and bring them into your soul in the real world. Shifting dimensional barriers, moving forwards. So, I've got a sudden crick in my neck. Also, I think I've managed to, no I haven't. I'm going to finish the gassy water because I want to pour normal water. I have to be a bit careful because every time I'm touching water at the moment, I'm just getting caught in Scorpio energy. I'm quite excited about that reading, but I would say, but it's purified water. It's had everything taken and robbed from it so that we can be sold electrolyte drinks separately for greed. goblin mode everywhere. Wassail locomotive. Thank you. So yeah, let's go to the runes, because we don't want no goblin mode here. Let's just, they're coming very soon. The real deck should be arriving tomorrow, all being well. It's in customs. It just depends on how quickly those customs people let it out to me. I did ask the Lord of Miracles to make sure it happened on time. So what do you have? Oh, Kathy, are you still here? You're going to love this. 2112. 2112. The mirror at the beginning. The cosmic lagoon. This is time as anything. It's also the frequency of love that rolls through everything. It's time to harvest you. It's time to harvest you and bring yourself. Oh God, that gassy water's already coming back at me. That's why I don't like it. It's also really weird because in Europe we have a lot of gassy waters. Pellegrino, Perrier, and Badois, my favourite. And I do actually like that one because it's full of so many minerals that it settles your stomach. That's just purified water with gas put in it. And it's an immense amount of plastic waste. I am horrified by the number of giant, really thick plastic bottles that I've got in my bin. Wassail, Olga. So I'm on the runes still, people. We're looking through the runes for frequencies for Aquarius, who are facing a mirror, a better version of themselves in the mirror. Oh, there's a big spillage. A big spillage. Right, first of all, I'm being given leche. You can say leche if you want. It's leech. It's when we're pouring out emotions. But this is interesting. It's time to choose what you need to shed emotionally. And that's Chariclo. I just need to see what these three are that are facing down. So, Saturn, who is in your sign, is coming out with this wonderful energy. Thy power, Earth Masion, the Wizard of Earth, the Magi of the 3D. So it's interesting, this is another 6 and this is a 9. Oh look, that's interesting. 6-9 Chariclo, 9-6 Saturn. And actually, it's too beautiful. 12 is 3. 3. So the runes all total here, 3, 6 and 9. Because obviously that's the other 21, the cosmic lagoon. So Chariklo will help you bleed out emotions that you don't need. And then Saturn is asking you to connect to thy earthly power. So that's the physical world. That's about the energy. You will not break any of these boundaries unless you face the judgments you make on yourself and others. That's what this is talking about. Bleed them out. Let go and let other people live their own lives. And you'll enjoy your own a lot better then. So here we've got 7, 13, 7. We've got oak. You're being supported in this energy. Your house has all of the required frequencies and help to support you as you change. Look, I know we're calling you fixed signs, but right now you're not, you're flexible. Right now you're flexible. You can refix later. Be flexible. And then you have apple bearer. And it was for an apple that you took for Clark Spin and written in the book. So this frequency, Deo gratias, Deo gratias. The fruits that we bear are not always edible. Some of them are toxic, but we're still growing them in our auric fields. It's time to bleed them out. You don't want the moldy fruits, you want the succulent fruits. And it ends with this other 7, Jifu, Jifu, Yifu, Gifu. We just don't know how they said a G. But it's generosity. Be generous to yourself. Be generous which fruits you want to display on your market stall of life. Don't show people moldy old fruits. You know, toxic wares. Become the fruit bearing. Make offerings in generosity and you will grow philosophically. So that's the beginning of that one. No, Tiffany, we're going to be doing that when the runes come out. We're going to be, I was thinking about it today and how it'll be like 780 hours of video. Because I reckon it's possible to talk for an hour on each rune. And we're all going to do different runes and what they mean to us. Because the whole point of the deck with the poems on is that the poems will inspire different healing frequencies in us. I don't know what deck I want for you here. Wassail Tiffany. Yeah, at the moment that's true, but what you do get with the real deck when it's printed is you get artwork and you get a poem on the front of absolutely card, which will give you esoteric hints as to how to look at them. And some of them you can still pull out the first 24 cards and just read them as the original runes, and they're all online. But I think just like tarot, runes are transforming. Yeah, Eve, you've already had a go. Stop pretending you haven't had your hands on that deck. Thank you, Esther. I'm very pleased with the poems. I'm pretty amazed at how, when I first started them, I was channeling one every 3 days. And then my teeth all went wrong. And I just went into a holding station and all of the remaining poems came out like that. And then you have to hone them and deal with them and work on them. But they feel like a gift from spirit. So, what does Aquarius need to know on the solstice? And there is a card, solstice. Sunsteader or sunsteader, but not sunsteed. Because if there's a vowel at the end of a word in Middle English, Anglo-Saxon words, you say all of them like you would in German. What's down here? Are you lost at sea? Wasn't it? Are you lost at sea emotionally? I think you are, because this is that energy here. My goodness, Penelope, where were you yesterday when I did Virgo? Penelope, explain how you were in the reading but not there. It was the naughtiest, beautifulest, loving reading, and we talked a lot about you. It even had hot Hades in it. They were all there because Penelope, on the 1st of January at midnight GMT, Pluto and Venus are in conjunction. Just saying, I am just saying, there's something hot going on under the crust of the earth. So, Wassail in the water maiden, you're lost in the lagoon, seek you, get you. So yeah, being a bit, on anchor, lift up the anchors. I feel like there's choppy waters all around, and you put the anchors down because you're like, I'm going to drown. You're not going to drown. You just need to lift up the anchors and float where the cosmic lagoon wants to take you. And then you can put down the anchors and fix yourself when you come into some lovely bay. Ooh, Aquarius, why are you harvesting? When you go and face finding the other you in another dimension, what are you harvesting? What are you bringing down? What are you earthing as the fruits of your labor? The apples that you bear, the apple. Love. Interesting. 8 and 2 is 10. Emotional satiety. Don't be lost. Get found. Use the beacon lighthouse of love to guide you back to you. So, Character, well, it might not be a Character Saturn now, but they're going underneath the cards. What's the next part of this story? I feel like this is, look, I want to show you this deck. Nothing came out, but look at how it was slowly merging forwards, like it was going to throw something up. I'm not taking this card, I just wanted to know what was the one. You got to work on this. You got to be a master of your own destiny. Harp and cup, come along with me, Thomas and Rhymer. Yeah, Tiffany, if it applies to you, it's for you. Whatever you might have in Aquarius, even if you don't have a single planet in Aquarius, it's a house for you. It represents some kind of energy frequency, and this is trying to help you to grow. Yeah, you will need to have a look at yesterday's reading. You can go there now, Penelope. I mean, and come back if you want, or don't. It really doesn't matter. You all have to decide your own self-fulfilling prophecies by gathering Here we go gathering nuts in May, nuts in May. Well, it's a bit weird actually, that song, because nuts aren't there in May. Well, not in the northern hemisphere. Well, we're here and we're glad you're here. I really felt your presence yesterday. And I couldn't seem to pull you out of the ether. So, I put that one back, that mastery card, because it was just a little message. What's the next part of this story? Ooh, moon in Aquarius. But that came after another card. I think of you, Kirsty, every time I see the two of Pentacles in this deck, because I have to show you it. I mean, you may have been here and you may have commented on it, but there's some... Every time I say it, I think of you. Where are you? Come on. Reveal the legend. Because it's a card that when I first saw it, it came out and I was like, what are you on? And now, yeah, it's a herald of change. Two of Pentacles. It's Mrs. Slocum's lavender pussy. Every time I say it, I giggle, and I kind of think you do too. Anyway, going back. The Emperor is the apple bearer. What are the apples that you need to ditch? What are the toxic fruits that don't go? Yeah, Mrs. Slocum. She had lavender hair and she always talked about her pussy at home and how stressed it was. And it was all a double entendre for now. So yeah, 13, oh look, 449. Interesting. It's like the energy is all there. It's all connecting to make possibilities unfold. But so you're pruning your moldy fruits that are there. And then you've got this card which is Moon in Aquarius. But this card in this deck is Spirit gossiping and planning for you. Spirit will not make plans to work with you if you don't work with Spirit in terms of working with you. If you don't go and get the other you out the mirror, Spirit's just going to sit there going, well, you got to make an effort. We're not going to give you magic. We're not going to give you love. If you just keep sitting there on the top of the thing going, someone going to help me get off this sea, I'm a bit lost. So, that's part of the energy. What else? Ooh, look. I feel like this female Pope, High Priestess, is the keeper of the Akashic Ocean, where endless possibilities are. And she's looking at she's like the rule book. So she's like, nah, no, you can't, no, I'm sorry, you can't go in that door, because to go in that door, you've got to deal with X, Y, and Z. You've got to activate, you've got to action these changes in your life, and you're being fixed. So if you're going to be fixed about it, I'm going to be fixed about it. I'm going to shut the book, and you can't come in. And I'm going to tell them to stop planning all the lovely things for you. Change. So, There's a lot of humor around in your energy. Oh, it's so emotional. Right, so look, this is the broken box of sadness. This is the empty heart. This is grief. Grief for missed opportunities, missed emotions. If I could turn back time, you don't need to. Turn time to the now and make a future now. And then we've got the energy of Jupiter wishes. Now, Jupiter, this card is Jupiter in Pisces. He's in Pisces right now. Not now as in solstice. On solstice, he moves to 0 degrees of Aries. But right now, you get 9 wishes. It keeps coming up. You need to make wishes now. I mean now, not now. Now. Okay, so you get 9 wishes, but they cannot be goblin mode wishes. You can make some that are about your own fulfilling destiny, but this is being bathed in Liffruma frequency, and you've got to make some of them collective. You've got to make some wishes for humankind. And as Jupiter hits, we begin, it's not Hot Hades. You can wish for Hot Hades, it's Jupiter, his brother. So you can begin to, sorry, I lost my thread then with Hot Hades. He does something to me, Hot Hades, every time. Yes, you need to make the wishes now, but they need to have a connection to the collective because they're going to start rolling in from this point. I know mine, I talked to Jupiter, I did them walking home and I could see Jupiter up with the moon about a week and a half ago. And then I didn't do them all. I did all my selfish goblin mode ones first, and then I did my collective ones, but I saved them for days after so that I could be really sure what it was I needed to wish collectively, because thy earth power, this energy where we talk about the law of attraction, it don't work that way anymore. It changed. Look, I've been picking up that frequency that it's changing, and I tell you what, I think the door's been shut on that one. If you do anything only for you, you ain't going in. Shutting that book. She's shutting that book on you. And Jupiter won't grant the wishes. You need to talk to Jupiter right now. So yeah, law of attraction, it won't work if you just keep going, give me a nice house. Well, how does that help the collective? If you were to do a wish like everybody has a beautiful house that they live in, that would be more the way to do it, because the everybody includes you. So exactly, hold that drink and get Jupiter on speed dial. He's up there, you can have a word with him. So what have we got here? We've got the 8 of batons. This is joyful freedom. In this deck, it's not about the speed. It's about riding out with that one you love. Aquarius. Interesting. I feel like there's a choice of love here. You know? And I feel like this, I want to say this is you and this is you. In terms of, you need to pick you first before then you pick who best suits the mirror of the other you. I just want a couple more from here. trining the sun today. It's a good time to hit him up. Beautiful, beautiful. You see, I don't look at the energies today when I'm doing forward readings, because I just get too confused. Oi, 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 oi. What's going on? What fell out your grip? Yeah, I like the idea of Ubuntu, but let's change it. Let's do Liffruma. That's the whole point. We are creating our own new philosophical possibilities. So Liffruma is the old Middle English Anglo-Saxon word for heavenly light. And I love it. Look, this is a completion. This is perfection. This is being one with you. And this is the portals with the many snowy hills. Now we're going to add the Alchemy of Astrology. Alchemy. So I'm going to ask the question, what are you cooking up? Actually, it feels a lot like this. What can they cook up with you? What can Spirit bring into your harvest if you can earth the new you? If you can find your way through those portals, you can. But you have to action it. Oh, right. It's saying where you are now is poison. You are poisoning yourself by not changing, by going, oh, but Aquarius is fixed air, so I can't do anything about it. You can! You can do anything about anything. But if you just want to hold that code that astronomers have told you Aquarius is fixed air and you can't move it, and we're doing all the fixed signs today, and all the messages are about how you're not fixed. Unfix and refix, airfix. So, because I always think that there's something wrong in the distribution of the elements, personally. I mean, you've only got to look at Capricorn, and when you say it's cardinal Earth, that just fits a pattern. You know, if you really look, they've got a fishtail. What, they're not allowed emotions? No, because the way in which we talk about them is we say they're the people that plan cold revenge. You know, don't be caught and trapped in old philosophical frequencies. Don't make the curse of the self-fulfilling prophecy hurt you. Because this is about this energy. Stop being a metalloid and turn yourself to crystal. We're getting a lot of Moon in Aquarius energy. So this is Earth, your third eye. Oh, look, it's another 6 on 2 3s. There's a whole series of magical codes available to you. Oh, and this is where you're moving. Move from House 5. I get this sense that your fixedness in House 5 is stopping. Didn't you have something about childlike thrill? You've lost your childlike thrill, and you need to get it back to move your energy to House 6 with a kind of joy that will make you healthier. So, going back to the gentle energies. Going back to the oh, what's this one? Distill your thoughts. Fixed air. It's saying don't think of it as fixed air. Don't keep it all caught in the little hat you wear. That's not a good fashion statement. Move it. There's something here about this energy always reminds me of an offshoot of what you let out that's very Scorpio at the end. So you can release, transform and rebirth frequencies. Extrude the thoughts that don't serve for your future now, especially the ones where you create self-fulfilling prophecies that are a little bit doom-laden. Let them go, cut them out, prune them off. Getting little cold ankles now. It was really warm earlier. Sweating. Now I'm a little bit chilly. So what else have we got in the cosmology? Aqua Regia dissolves gold. The royal waters. This is rule breaking. Break your own rules. This is the dragon's blood. This is the discovery of truth. And what's down here? It's Chiron. He's in Eris. This is the pain, the wound of lost emotions. There's a wound of scarcity, of looking in your reserves and seeing nothing. You're seeing nothing because you're not refilling it. This is the chance to heal. Chiron is incredibly healing. And I think here, Chiron is healing love. Okay, bye Esther. So yeah, nervous system needs healing. Shadow integration. So that's the energy I talked about, where if you stand in love and cast shadows of love, you can integrate the love. If you can just witness the love within the shadows, you can change things. Human acceptance. Yeah, that's interesting. Human acceptance. Stop seeing yourself as other than human. Don't allow the Aquarian energy to distort the truths. And now we've got Cancer. Find the solution. But this is solution as in liquid as well as a solution. But it's wounds in your soul have to be healed now. You have to move forward. You have to build. No, I don't want to say build. You have to walk into the doors of a new celestial city, the seat of your soul. Move through the dimensions. They're all open. Water. So Cancer, Scorpio and Pisces. Water your soul. Find new emotions in your soul. Look. The poison contains the waters that will revitalize you. The emotions are there. You're just not looking at them properly. And it ends with Eris. The challenges. This feels like a shadow energy because they're both in Aries at the moment, and we're moving now into the age of heroes with Jupiter arriving in Aries, and that's about being healed. And so there's something that started coming across with Eris, which is understand the misconstrued perceptions of her and yourself. Understand that, why did she throw in the apple of discourse? You could say, because she's always trying to disrupt things, you could say she wasn't invited to a wedding and there doesn't seem any excuse for why that happened. Or you could just say she knew that the discord would reveal the shadows in others. And yeah, it may have triggered a war, but maybe those frequencies were needed then and we still haven't learned the lesson. So Eris is here as the lesson learner. The chaos in which all creation sits. So, that's you, Aquarius. Aquarius. I have to, oh look, it just wanted to come back out again. It was up the wrong way, I put it back in the wrong way up. Because it's the other you coming out of the mastered mirror. The mirror of mastery. The mirror of mastery. Remember, anything is possible if you want to just step out of your fixed stuckness. Now that's all them back. Now let's put the runes back. Wassail, oh, tried to put a wrong thing. Wassail, We were in the aquarium. But we are now moving on to the bull in the china shop. So where's my timestamps page? Where's my timestamps? Where are my timestamps? So Taurus, my God, 1 hour, 7 minutes and 22. Blimey, Aquarius, you stole a lot of time there. So, I'll have another little sip of Scorpio. We will get the bells of Scorpio. I got Cosmic Dragon. It's like the dragon. It was like the dragon was a bit stumbling, was being tethered. Just give me a little bit more time in that. Why is the Cosmic Dragon being tethered? I was seeing like being caught in like a fishing net almost, being tangled up and not able to be its full truth. And it's like it was visiting the earth and it was tangled in the earth's frequencies. So that must have something to do with how you're feeling tangled in the fixedness of earth, because these are all about time. They're all about moving through things. So Taurus, you are house 9 and then a slither of house 10. So I would say, time to re-educate yourself. It's time for a higher education. Well, that could be Cosmic Dragon, but it feels like the dragon came down and it got caught up in Earth frequency. But I was thinking Pentacles somehow within that. Slip of the mind. So, also you need to understand that House 9 begins at 25 degrees of Aries, but it goes all the way through your sign, and there's just not even a full degree that moves that's not owned by you. So it's a pleasure, Leander. So you've got North Node at 10 degrees. You've got Gaia, Uranus at 15 degrees. And you've also got Sedna at 29. Just like the MC is at 29. So you're almost at the peak of the light here. So what did I channel? A Cosmic Dragon. I need to just write that down because that didn't come through earlier. So it began with a question being posed. How many times will you repeat the childhood games? And they kept showing me like playing noughts and crosses. And it's like there's 9 squares. How many times are you just going to keep doing that over and over again and just realizing in the end it's boring? So, then you've got rituals of stuckness. It's time to shake things down and be Gaia Uranus. You've got this opportunity more than anyone else. There is a battle that takes place. Gaia, Uranus, doesn't really like being in Taurian house. It's not a happy house guest. Because it wants to redecorate and you won't let it. And the thing is, it will redecorate. That's the point. You cannot stop Uranian energy. Let go, give in to the transformation. So there's something about it's that old ancestor relation. So there's someone that you have fixed them in a kind of amber, like an insect caught in amber. And they need to be revived. They need to be reviewed and they need to be released. And either you do it or the Uranian energy will do it for you. But if you do that, you won't learn the lesson to grow. So, you've also got true essence, old perfume needing a new scent, as in you, you smell wrong. You smell wrong, people, Taurus. You need a new perfume. But what do I mean by that? You need a new essence. And then I was being shown the dust in the cupboard. The ancient jar, the childhood jar. It could just be a jar of marbles. But it's dusty. You can't see through the glass of the jar because it's just been at the back of the rack for so long. And it needs, it's like that amber. It's like those energies that you just suffocating in amber, which is suffocating your sacral in some way. It's sticking your soul. So also I got this message of the new Oh, see, now I can smell a really toxic smell. It's not good. I mean, I've also, in this flat, I've been on a search. I can smell rotten vegetation, and there's nothing in the flat that's off. I think it's all the dead people here. So, Taurus! I'm putting a bit of Salo Panto on. I've started doing spoonerisms the last couple of days. Or malapropism, that might be the other word. So, the new tech you don't explore. So this is a very Taurian energy, actually. It's like going, I've got a lovely new iPad, but I still use it in the same way that I've been using my iPad for the last 10 years. You're not exploring the exciting new opportunities. And they're in your house. Uranian energy. So, the weeds in the grass was another thing. The weeds in the grass. Are you just going to keep mowing the lawn, or are you going to appreciate that the grass has been taken over by clover, and you're seeing it as invasive? You just keep cutting it back because it's not pretty enough. But the truth of it is, clover is luck, and it's wanting to gift you with opportunities. So they also said you can be other. You can be other. You can be wow. I don't know really what that means, other than, again, it's the opportunity right now to change. Now, the next thing they showed me was King Canute, and they said, sort out the letter order or be a synonym of yourself. So obviously Canute is spelled C-U-N-T, and if you just shift those letters around, you can stay in that frequency, or you can be more Canute. Okay, so what were they saying about King Canute? So King Canute is the story of King Canute is not the way it should be told, okay? So we always say he was a divine right of the kings. He was trying to show you, and he showed, by going in the sea, he showed that he couldn't hold back the tides of time. And yet that's not what he meant to do. No, spell it with a C, Hannah, and then wobble the letters around. You've only got to change the middle two, and you'll get the message. So he didn't go to prove that he couldn't. He didn't go to. The story of King Canute, watch those middle two letters, is that he sat on his throne in the sea, well, as the sea was coming in, and he said, I have the divine godly power of a king to hold back the tides. But actually, the truth of the story is, he wanted to show that he did not have the power, the divine right in his kingship to be godly and hold back the tides. He was trying to show that there are things outside of his powers that you were putting on him. So, what did I get for you and your song? You can mix that around and get your sign. I don't like this song, I don't like this band, I'm just saying that. I wasn't very happy. So you got Coldplay clocks, and I would say if you took a letter out of that, you get a little slightly truer ring on them, and it goes with Canute. So, your lyrics are, the lights go out and I can't be saved. Tides that I tried to swim against. You've put me down upon my knees. Oh, I beg and plead, singing, come out of things unsaid. Shoot an apple off my head. Oh, that's William Tell. And a trouble that can't be named, a tiger's waiting to be tamed. Singing, oh, it's Year of the Tiger. Water Tiger. Water Tiger! You are, confusion never stops, closing walls and ticking clocks. Gonna come back and take you home. I could not stop that you now know. Singing. So anyway, yeah, hot nuts and clocks. What a bunch of tossers. Exactly. You've got to be a little unhinged to want to go to Gwyneth's Goop, or whatever she's called. Anyway, aside from that, let's go to Taurus. Ah, I'm picking up all the wrong decks. I saw pink and pulled for it, and it was not the right pink. So Taurus. Yeah, it's writing a new Earth song. It's very choir. The singer of existence. Oh, interesting. So there's two facing up, and there's one facing down. That was the first one. I think the one facing down is meant to be last. This was the first one I saw. So this is. This is coming across as a massive torturing frenzy going on around you, and it's like, oh, it's the new tech you don't explore. It's like the demons. Look, there's lots of other versions of this image staring at you, and you've got to stand small or tall in the face of the fears that surround you. And I do think more that there is something very bullish about this. I think it's another message of don't be the stubbornness that everyone thinks you should be. Plow on. Find a furrow to change your energy in the earth. And then you've got magic. You really have got magic. You've got the 1 and the 10 of drums. So you've got el tambor de la danza, so the drum of the dance, and then you got la danza de la vida, the dance of life. Look at what you are meant to be. You've got the rhythm of life. You've got that powerful beat. You've got your finger on the something. You've got that tingle in your feet. Your wings and fly to daddy. So there's a massive, again, opportunity. Yeah, dancing bull. It's strange. They use a lot of bulls here on the tops of buildings in the old traditions. But I did also read last night that the 18th of October festival, where they have the original Lord of the Miracles celebration that takes 20 hours in Lima, and it's one of the largest Catholic religious festivals, processions, that they have bullfighting on that day. And there's something about you're fighting your own personal bullfight. You know, oh, that's interesting. I started with the Miroslav Holub poem, and there's another one that's called something like the Matador. 3 pairs of banderoles on the back, and the Matador is something his sword, and then someone shouts, stop. This is about choosing your moment to change the beat of the earth that you, I wanted to say dance to, but I don't think you do dance to. I think you stand and all the rhythm goes on around you, and it's now time to be your own drum, be your own dance. So I want to know what is being offered by Gaia Uranus. So let's go back to that deck. Just here to tell you off. This is the card of justice, but she is some fierce woman frequency here that is castigating you. This is your moment to take off. This is your opportunity to embrace change. But you have to release the past to do that somehow. She's got the there, but look at her. Power, real power. And look, this power beats this power. I'm sorry, but it just does. Nothing can stop Gaia Uranus. It's the energy of change. Gaia birthed Uranus, and then with Uranus they birthed all the gods of the pantheon. Nothing is more powerful than this lady's cosmic womb. It's almost like taking the child, childhood games. She's tired of the childhood games. She's taking that little giant frequency and she's putting it over her lap and she's smacking it. Because you're meant to be this 110 magical frequency. Yes, to the heartbeat of Gaia. She's got the rhythm of life. She's got that powerful beat. My grandma and your grandma sitting by the fire. My grandma told your grandma, I'm gonna set your world on fire. Talk about hey now, hey now, hey now, hey now, waka one day. So yeah, you keep seeing the 1st of the 10th. It's because it's my birthday. 110 is an energy of, if you think about it in tarot terms, it's manifesting destiny. And that's why it's a really powerful number. Sod what everyone else writes about angel numbers. 110 is manifesting destiny. Okay? Wassail, manifesting destiny. And actually it's followed by 11. Which is what it totals. Thanks, Leander. I bought it in Mexico. I'm having to wear all my open neck shirts on them because I can't put too much fabric still on my new tattoo of hugging and munning. But my munning is a water phoenix. Because the water phoenix will rise as love returns. Well, apparently we're going with the golden tarot for you of the Renaissance, because it's time for your Renaissance, rebirth. Look, it's your kind of energy, but this is you renewed. This is this. You're beginning in the frequency of the Queen of Coins. Not this jackass. Palindrome, well, I love a palindrome. They're mirrors. I'm going to rifle them again, apparently. Probably knocking all the gold off. So you're earthing yourself into a newness, a renaissance. A renaissance. And at 10:01, I'm telling you, you're manifesting a destiny. This one here, ooh, shiny, shiny, is the Chevalier de Coupe. So it's the Knight of Cups. But they're both holding up an object. It's like, if you can rebirth in the earth, you can rebirth a new, I wanted to say set of emotions, a new Ace of Cups in your hand. It's coming across more as the energy of fix you, fix the bleed that happens on your well of empathy and love that we begin each day with when we awaken in whichever dimension we come into, and it bleeds out, it's full of holes. Do you waste all your empathy first thing in the morning, or do you store it and hang on to it? You can't hang on to it if it's full of holes, if there are things within your emotional language. And you got Venus, you know, and there's a dark Venus out there, and you're trying to connect to the positive side. So look, 10 of Cups. There's a real energy of floating above yourself. You know, being 64 fouettes or 32 fouettes, whatever it is, that balletic spinning where you almost take off. There's something about the grace of the dance that's coming to you. I feel like it's this, like lifting all of the weight off. And all of the weight is that, it's that Taurian energy, that frequency that we go, oh, they're all so stubborn. And you can just go, do you know what, I'm not. But sometimes change is a little bit apprehensive and it makes me anxious. But do you know what, right now I'm going to do it. I'm going to make those changes because I can't go on with all that pressure on me. A new beginning. And look, you're being light but large. It's like you lighten your spirit, you lighten your physical load. Big energies, but suddenly it's back to the childhood games, bringing back the thrill and the awe. Here we go. Siren, bringing back the thrill and the awe. And that was quite a gentle siren. Just whizzed by sweetly. Oi! Taurus, what are you doing in my lap? Two of Swords. There's something about this card that's sort of like, it's an old energy. It's like, look, I've tried this before, I've changed, and I've said to people, I'm not doing that anymore. This is my new Characlo boundary. This is the new me. And they're like, I don't think so. So there's something about being trapped in the judgment of others. There's a fear of pushing your own boundaries forward and then holding them firm. I feel like quite often, you know, you might get a new haircut or you might get a new item of clothing and you put it on and someone will say to you, what are you wearing? And then you think, oh, I better not wear that again. Wear it. You make the choices. Don't listen to the judgments of others because they're heavy. They're sitting on you like this. It's almost like there's a frequency of sort of empowering the views of others to suppress you, because actually it's easier to stay at home. It's not. So what have we got here? What have we got? What have we got? What have we got? Oh, the strength. Crack the old you. Show fortitude. I want to say break the mold from which others perceive you. It's a bit like those, when I was very young, they used to have these plaster cast things where you mixed up some plaster of Paris and then you poured it into a mold and you let it set and then you peeled the mold off and then it broke because you never were patient enough to let it dry. Get out of the rubber mold. Don't be a human condom. Get out of it. Break free. Etbursten. Interesting ending here. Look. It's not the ending totally, it's just of this bit. Look at this. You've got High Priest, High Priestess. You've got the key to your solution in the physical and in the esoteric realms. And there's a key in both. Hodden Baldur, 2 locks to 1 door. The door to your transformation, the door to the dance of life and the dance of the drum is available to you. It's this energy of the golden key of Thogan. The battle with yourself is to be won by yourself. And from your shadows, you mold those keys to unlock the doors. It's just interesting because the doors are all open. We're being shown the keys because there's some kind of internal battle that's going on with your... It still feels very much like the opinion of others upon you. So, yeah, unlock the door. Well, it's funny you say social media, the new tech that you don't explore. There's something else in that tech that you can go to. So let's get some runes on this. That's not the runes. This is the runes. Remember everyone, just put out that intention with the Lord of the Miracles to get that rune deck to me today or tomorrow. Because I'm supposed to leave on a plane. Leaving on a jet plane to Panama on Wednesday. And I really don't want to be stuck an extra couple of days. Oh, people. Tia. Just want to say, your reading began with 7117. Palindrome again. Mirror frequency. Melt the mirror. Melt the old you. Melt away all of the weight of the forge. Okay? And then, it's the Liffruma. This is healing energy. This is unlocking a door. I feel like all the doors are unlocking to give you this frequency. This is your personal Liffruma. Feeling the collective energy to be in the frequency of elven light, of love, of the entire cosmos sending down Liffruma love. Heavenly light awaits you and it will lift you. Heavenly light. The High Priest and the High Priestess. This is that frequency. The keys are on offer. They're being fashioned. They're being shown to you. But you have to make the choice to change. Don't be fixed. Right, look, this is the stankness. I said you smell earlier. You needed a new perfume. This is your test. Can you smelt that into that? Look. Cosmic Dragon. We're there. It was cosmic. Yeah, you had the Cosmic Dragon. This is Nithhogir. Nithhogir. So Nithhogir stands before the doorway. On the seashore with all the fallen people that failed the test before. But it stands before the temple gate. It stands before the doorway. You've got the keys. You've got to trust that you are ready for this. A drop of doubt will wipe it out. But Nithhogir is here to offer you the chance to vibrate on another elven level. Maybe it's giving you, because the Ophalagu comes next, the mantle, the energy mantle. Maybe Taurus, you're being given the chance to be a new, maybe an auroch rather than a bull, because there's very big energy here, and the aurochs are the ancestors of all cattle. And actually they were so important that in Wales, a man called Mr. Lloyd, he set up an insurance banking company because the black oxen, the glossy aurochs, were so valuable that it became Lloyd's Bank. And originally its symbol was a black bull. It's now a black horse, and that's interesting in itself because a horse is freedom. So there's something about banking on transformation. So Nithhogir is here. But you've got the keys. You got the elven keys. Taurus is also magical. I'm loving it. You got the solstice. This is yours. Just give me a little look at the numbers there. So you've got this rarefied opportunity right now. Sunsteader. This is to marvel. Oh, it's interesting. It's to marvel at the rarefied moment of a solstice, an equinox, eclipses. But it's a moment where, when we return, there's a sense of having shifted into a more collective frequency, the gathering of souls, the holding of hands. Not this, not where you're going, yeah, I'm new here in this dimension, and they're like, you're not, you're in the same dimension. You didn't pass the test before. This is about passing the test and feeling able to embrace the world at large. So Taurus, this is beautiful stuff. All the fixed signs. Oh, you're getting all the lovely ones. You've got waterfall. And the end of this poem is samba with the joy of waters cascading laughter. I can't quite remember it. But this is how you're going to flow with that Venus rulership frequency. Look, the other thing to remember is right now with Gaia Uranus and the North Node, this is your destiny point. This is when you can change things. Sedna is still hanging around in your sign. Sedna is a really big spiritual transformation. from human to seal, deity goddess. So let's have a couple more runes before we go to the Alchemy of Astrology there. Gutton. Resolve this. Resolve this frequency that hurts. Admit that it hurts. Admit that that energy that others put on you is hurtful. And stop listening to the views of others. Find the strength within to open the new dimensions that you belong in. So let's go with, oh, you see, now I can smell a new perfume. Wow. Oh, I can't describe it. It's floral and citrusy, but I don't know where it's coming from. Oh my God, it's gorgeous. Taurus, you smell beautiful now. Oh my goodness. Oh, I did a personal reading about 2.5 years ago for Grace, and I think she came in with the energy of Cosmic Dragon. Just saying. So where do we go? Hey! Magic moments. Look, this is your magic moment. This is change. Platinum frequency. We're not talking rotten old common silver and gold. We're talking platinum. Endurance. Who pulls the plow that goes through the earth and allows it to aerate so that seeds can be planted and harvests created? This is a penetrative revolution for you. Or you. That was a bit off screen. Get on the screen. Oh yeah, look. Get on the screen, not that on the screen. Get you on your own screen, your own tech. What else have we got here? Aquavita. Getting pissed. Alcohol. It is alcohol. But this is seeking to find the right solution. Not being tricked by other solutions. This is a completely different feeling. Your Sedna is currently conjunct your AC. Well, and also at this point, oh no, it's not, it's the MC. This is recognizing, I want to say, and don't be upset, Taurus, recognizing that your whole life to this point has been a false pathway. It's not, it's the truth, but it's like a spiritual cul-de-sac. You've been led a merry dance, and it's time to move that frequency forwards and allow this transformation. That when alcohol was first used alchemically, it was assumed that it would be a wonderful quintessence, a fifth element that would bring around some kind of medicine to humanity, and actually it became a poison because people became addicted to alcohol. Don't get me wrong, again it's that notion of something that had to be. People drank small beer, really weakly mild alcoholic liquids, because you would get ill from water, because we didn't in the West understand to boil water to make it clean. That was an Asian thing. So most people were just pissed all day long, including kids. And so there's something about what was seen as a possible solution was actually a kind of dangerous remedy, a false pathway. And so just become aware. You need to let Gaia Uranus energy shake you up, and you need to dance and shake with it. You need to allow that transformation. Wassail, Corey, sorry I didn't reply. I am going to do that. Yesterday was celebration manic. So, what's going on when you come into this new dimension? When you go into this elven light, when you've been tested with the solstice and the waterfall dancing, sambering with water's ceaseless laughter, Eros, shoot that loving arrow through my heart. Not poisoned, because we've gone through the poison. Yeah? We've gone through the poison. So, what is this? What is this, Taurus? It's kinky sex. Just saying, it's sexual pleasures. It's eroticism. You're learning in your higher education to be a little bit playful. The awe and thrill of sexual pleasure. Just saying, Taurus, all right? You have got Venus. She's stopping that darkness and she's going with hot Hades. Exactly. Penelope, you've done it again. You've brought that energy out. Where else are we going with Eros? This is grown up love. Because I feel that when the story originally happened, Aphrodite, Venus, said to Eros, shoot the arrow into hot Hades. I want his cash. I want his love. I need him. And he shot it, and then Hades accidentally saw Persephone first. This time, she's going in not for the money, but for the love. This is your transformation. Just saying. This is erotic entanglements, people. Wassail primary feathers. So, this is erotic entanglements. This is being attracted. Something's opening up to pull in Hades' frequency. Do you remember a year ago there was a lot of conjunctions? Venus kept going past Hades, back past, well, Pluto, but Hades, forwards, backwards, and Mercury was in there teasing him. This is different this year. This is completely different, and you know why that is? Because at this time they all know that the heart of Hades is in Aquarius. He hasn't got there yet, 23rd of March, but that's where we're moving forwards to. It's a different kind of frequency. So, it's all kicking off with that conjunction. 0 degrees. Look. It's 1/2 of a universal soul. Ooh. I haven't got anything in Taurus. What's going on? I want this. All I need to do, as I said earlier, is I just need to see what Taurus is as my house number and work out how to pull this energy in. What else? Hot Hades. Oh! Partnerships. Draw together, build, cosmic +1, nestle and conjoin. My goodness. 77. The Philosopher's Stone. Taurus. If you can open the doors to change in your life, look, you can't stop it, guide with it, go with it. This dance, the drum, the dance of the drum, the dance of life is bringing you, oh, so many orgasms. Yes, please. Right, Taurus, that's you unfixed. Now that that's being dangled by you, you're like, yeah, do you know what? I'm not stubborn anymore. I'm going with that. Hades! Right. You were so there for that. It was sort of I was thinking of Virgo during this. It's very much, that couldn't have been more perfect, seriously. Yeah, exactly. I mean, seriously, I don't know what's going on. I can only say, love's in the air. Everywhere I look around, boom, boo, doo, boo, boo, doo, boo, boo, doo, boo, boo, love's in the air. Every sight and every sound. And I want to just say, love is a many splendid thing. I didn't lift it up. Penelope, you came in and the cosmos wanted to confirm it for you. So, where's that deck gone? We're moving on to Leo. Corey, you're still here. It's you next. Yeah, do you know what? I was promised that here by some friends, but they haven't got back into touch with me. I'm actually going to Panama, so I'm going to find out what kind of dance they do in Panama. I'm sure it involves hats. Because I feel sure I'm bumping into Hades in Panama. I'm telling you. I am telling you. If there's not some kind of conjunction on the 1st of January in Panama, I'm not talking to anyone. So, let's get a timestamp. We have to find a timestamp page. Timestamp page. There we go. Leo. So what's the time now? 1:17:30, which comes out at 1 hour 57:30. Okay. Let's do your bells. Let's just actually, do you know what? Just bear with, Leo, but I need to smoke that energy out, because I'm not saying you don't want it, but you want your own story. And that was such strong energy that we might just need a little bit of a clearance on it. And it gives me a chance to read what you're up to. Oh my God, I love your songs so much. I'm actually going to read you your song first while this smokes, so as not to waste time. And it's weird because it's a song by a group called the Chainsmokers. I'm smoking the energy here. Let's put the bell over there. We'll come back to the bell. So, let me find you your song. It's called Time Bomb. So, this is your song lyrics. As I said, it's the Chainsmokers' Time Bomb. So, found my corner of the... I need to pick it up, I can't read it. Found my corner of the matrix. No, I never thought I'd say this, but it turns out all my friends are famous, so concerned with reputation. Why every night do I try assimilating? Not gonna lie, I'm getting tired of this situation. I'm a ticking time bomb, looking for my ride home, flicking through my iPhone, no destination. Don't care about your homies, pretending that they know me. I don't got time for phonies or validation. Get fucked up every Thursday, drink like it's your birthday. So obsessed with first place, oh yeah. I'm a ticking time bomb, looking for my ride home, flicking through my iPhone, no destination. I love it. Didn't know the song at all. I've been introduced to it and might dance to it after, because I really did love it. So, does anyone know that song? Oh, do you know it, Corey? It's a great song. Yeah, it's so Leo, because the Leo readings, I was going to say the Rio leadings, actually, but that's quite funny in itself. Leo is leading itself back home. Leo's accepting this energy that it is the king of its own urban jungle. Oh, that's where it started. Oh, let's do your bells and then we go there. But yeah, it's very Leo. So I was taken to the time sponsored by Aquarius is 3:33 precisely. Boop, 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 boop. So usurping time, tick-tocky clocks, they showed me Greenwich. I was in Flamstead House at Greenwich Park, which is where GMT is started. You rule time in some way, but you've got to take hold of that time. So, I know, and actually when I went to my iPhone it was 3:03. So yeah, interesting. Right, Leo, you are houses 11 and 12 and 1. Greedy! 3s again, see? I've been flashing a lot lately. Oh my god, I've got to get out of that energy of Taurus. So, Leo, you are houses 11, 12 and 1, so you're very transformative frequency here at the solstice. What I want to say is there's nothing in your house. It's empty. And that is so wonderful because it means there's nothing. I'm burping. There's nothing around to influence you. You get to be you. So I got Urban Jungle and the Showcase of Old China. What's the Showcase of Old China? It's kind of like all the old haunts, all the old places, all the old sparkling, I want to say like dishes, glasses, things where you would sit and eat and consume. They're not of any relevance anymore. It's that showcase. You're over the showcase. There's something about that. So then I got this message which is modernity is singing in your cells. Modernity is singing in your cells. You're renewing, and it's got something to do with Regulus. Regulus is no longer the royal star in Leo, it's in Virgo. And so that pressure of being king of the jungle just isn't your ball anymore. So I heard the roaring 20s, as in like 1920s, and all that kind of flapper dancing and people sniffing cocaine. I heard you're renewing your roar. This is the new roaring 20s for you. but it's a completely different energy. So, licking flesh to fill your belly, like a lion when it eats and consumes things, they lick the surface of the meat rather than chewing on the meat, and that slowly grinds and sands and they consume. So there's something about the notion of lays into your strength. Lays into your strength. And then comb your mane and clear the clogs. The clogs. I wanted to say cogs, but that's exactly it. Tick-tock cogs of cells. Modernity sings in your cells. The tick-tock cogs of cells. You've got some key to time. And it says, like a new watch. You are a new watch keeping time. Not an old watch. Not on watch. You know, not some kind of pocket watch in someone else's pocket. You are a new timekeeper. Bob's your uncle and Fanny's your aunt. And she's the one you have to watch. So, I got this energy of box sets. And what do I mean by box sets? This notion that in the old Roaring 20s, in the old you kind of saw the people around you as a collection, as something where you could, you know, get them all lined up, get them all in order, because you were the king, you were the queen, you were the, you know, the ruling frequency. Do you know what's really funny, Penelope? Here, I mean, I know in the US, fanny's a bottom, but it's your front bottom in Britain. That's what a fanny is. And it was a popular name until it became, you know, the euphemism. But here in Peru, there's a brand of tin tuna called Fanny, and it just makes me giggle for all the wrong reasons. Anyway, box sets. So what makes you a leader? What makes you a leader? Your confidence, not your box sets, not the collections. And there's also this notion that the true reason that you need to acknowledge, Leo, for why people follow you or why people look up to you in a leadership role is not because of your growl, but because you offer them the energy of leaf shade. You offer them the comfort blanket. You offer the world a chance to laze in the strengths of the shadows. It's a really beautiful frequency. And then it says, clear your collection, as you can't, you know, the box set of people around you needs sorting out. You can't feed everyone. You can't go hunting and make everybody happy. It says, to feed them all, you need to set them free, to free your power and to acknowledge theirs. Okay, so that's where you began. We would go on to the song, but we've already done it because I love that song. It's the new Leo song, Time Bomb. So let's begin this. Empty. We're empty. Thank you, Penelope. You're a blank canvas. Corey, are you still here or have you just gone very quiet? Is Corey still here? Yeah, I think I sent you a new number, Penelope, because I got a new number, and you need to kind of do it quick because I suspect that number will. Okay. Just checking, Corey, because I feel like we're tuning into you, just to keep you on the. Ooh, look at this. Straight in there. Esoteric knowledge. La Madre de los Mundos. He said, pretending he could speak Spanish. So, the Mother of the Moon. It's really interesting. I'm being told swap places. Swap places. I'm not saying be more Cancer. I'm saying swap places, as in bring the moon into your sun in Leo. Be really aware of when the moon is in Leo. I need some water. I haven't drunk water for ages. So yes. Yeah, I know. We really are. It's really about being stable emotionally. And it is a really strong energy. It's like, I went through the year where there was a lot of anger from my teeth and still not being able to do anything about it because the whole bone structure in my mouth is still trying to heal. And then just since parts of Peru and the energy changes that are coming on, there's so much love out there to grab hold of. And there's something about the more the more we can get people to see these changes. You're fixed energy. People are fixed energy. People, if you say to them there's beautiful things coming in, they go, nothing changes. Well, it's not going to then, is it? The more people that can adopt the notion of change being inevitable, it comes. So we're allowing the change of love in. So Leo, something just flashed behind me. I don't want that one because it's Ben, like me. Right. Ooh. So, what have you got? You've got this energy of fears. And they're gone. I sense this so strongly. There's almost, you've got two jaguars up here, big cats, big fiery energy. So Titi, Kaka, is the rock of the, Titi is the cheetah, the jaguar, in one of the, I think it's in the Amira language, not the Quechua language. So there's something about the waters, the emotions. It's unfixing the fire, tearing it open, making space for the waters to come through. I'm getting that energy of a geyser, that is steaming hot water. It's very sublimation. So going from frozen to gas without that liquid state, but coming out of liquid. I just saw it again. There's a golden thread that keeps flashing across that painting. Anyway, yeah, so the steaming geyser, Old Faithful is one. That sudden of energy. I went to visit one in Colca Valley that permanently runs out of a small creek. And it was a tough journey getting there. But it's a permanently spraying frequency. So yeah, natural mineral baths, yeah, and that's something which will benefit anybody. I did go and have a mineral bath there, and it was gorgeous. But it wasn't as amazing as the one I went to in Romania. And actually, I think there were loads of them that I was searching for in Portugal when I was there, but they've all been sold to hotels and they've been privatized, and then you couldn't use them. But in Romania, they're still free and they're full of sulfur, and my God, they go right inside your bones and suck out everything and put a new story in you. So, yeah, they were very popular in the 20s. That was also because, no, not geisha, Giza. Giza or geyser, depending on how you say it. I say geezer because it's like bloke in British. White geezer. Look, you've got the shaman of water. There's some kind of new language of emotions settling into your soul. This is the difference. No longer that fixed fire, but making room for the licking of your wounds, that energy that came through earlier, lazing yourself into your strength. What's your strength? Stable emotions. Forget geezer. I don't know how you spell it offhand. I can look on my phone just to check. I think it's Geyser, but I really forget. I've not seen it written down for a long time. Oh, look, it says, what's the British pronunciation? Geezer.
Geezer.
Geezer. So it's Geyser. Or geezer, which is like a bloke or a fella. Hello, what's Past Fun up to? I love the naughty people when they come in. Was it rude, Holly? Was it someone being rude because I said sex and King Canute and all that kind of stuff? So yeah, it is this energy of being emotionally stable, grown up, Rippian frequency for you. Are we unhiding them to show them to what? What word haven't you had for so long? Bloke, fella, geezer? It's really interesting, you know, because there are some people that can feel a bit stressed when these energies come in and people try to insult you, but they just don't bother me. It's just nice to hide them. But they don't bother me. The notion that they think they can come in and disrupt my power, it's laughable. Because you're not going to break me at all with whatever you want to say. It's just not going to happen. So I would suggest just leaving. Because you won't win. I will. It's my channel. So, what have you got? Interesting. Waken. This is your moment to wake up to the new you, the emotionally stable you. Waken is a poem that talks about constantly, it keeps reminding us to awaken, to wake up. It's this energy of the new watch again. Is it just showing me you are the new timepiece? That's interesting. I'm still fascinated by that. Bye, Corey. And then you've got a beginning, a wealth and livestock, and you've got a journey, a rad or raid, depending on how you want to say it. I feel there's an energy here that's going into Mayday, So the 1st of May. Because that's in the eclipse tunnel, and that's solar to lunar. That's this energy of bringing the moon into your sun, into your house, opening this space within that eclipse tunnel. Solar eclipse 20th of April, and then moving into the lunar eclipse on the 5th of the 5th. But this is during the tunnel. There's a kind of abundance that will pick you up and you will ride on a wave of abundance. Healing Oracle deck, as we like to keep pointing out. No, nobody's leaving, are they? So, Hood, the divine unseen, will reveal itself, not now, Leo. Now you have to trust yourself to know your journey. Okay? Trust yourself to know your journey. There is this tick-tock, 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 like you need a little bit of patience because it's been frustrating for the last 2 years. But there's such an unveiling, there's such an awakening coming. I do think it's got something to do with the eclipse tunnel, because the eclipse tunnel, when it happens, it should be in Taurus and Scorpio, but actually it just pips in, to Eris, house 1. This is your journey, this is your transition through the community, seeing the community, letting go of the box sets that you don't need, and then being revealed in your new frequency. That's gorgeous. I'm just going to move that card over there. I want another rune. Really, it's so beautiful. What will be revealed? Your true present moment. This is not something to take lightly. This is the goal of journeying, to be truly in your future now, your present now, that allows your future to flow. This is such amazing energy. This is the norm called Verdandi. And that present gateway clears when we've unanchored the past and cleaned up the spaces in the future to just flow in union. So let's go with the deck. I'm going to use this deck. It's got lots of cats for you. So let's see immediately on the split. Ace and Mrs. Slocum's Lavender Pussy on the bottom. It's been much quieter out here today. None of that noise. They got it all out of their system last night with Jesus. So look, what's coming? You are coming, but not in Taurus. In the trickster Taurus frequency, the Aries frequency. This rules Leo. This is what's coming. You are coming. A rebirth is coming. And then we've got 4 of Swords. It's coming because you finally rested the past. It rests in peace so that you can move forward. All the pressure taken off. All that sense of trying to feed the flock, the pride of lions, you don't need to. You also haven't got to go in as a new leader and kill all the other alpha males. This is just the energy of just being you, being emotionally stable. Maybe it is lioness frequency. There was a lioness gateway portal 2 years ago rather than a male one. And then last the year before or the year after that, it was the baby, it was the cub. Six of Wands, victory, this beautiful energy. This is about reaching a kind of spiritual rebirth that doesn't need the work that actually what you were before needed all the time. You don't need to keep watching everything. You just need to settle into this beautiful Shaman of Aqua energy with the little monkey all the time in the world to kind of sit and make jewellery, sit and make things to decorate yourself with, sit and make things to transform the lives of others. Oh, I'm getting this. They're saying to me, why are you not looking at the 70? So, awakening to your abundance is your present pathway. What are you abundant in? Emotions, stable grown-up emotions. Yeah, they're all on Sirius. Face down. I don't know what it's showing. And that one's face down. This is like the hot energy. This is the things to reach an unveiling. What are we unveiling? Oh, locking down inner battles. There are 2 padlocks on this. Locking away the past, locking away all those frequencies of frustration to experience transformation. They were meant to be there. You were meant to go through. And it does feel like it's been 2 very long years of massive, Wassail loving hands, frustration. You know, you are the natural extrovert. And when countries and the world go into a lockdown, they're mentally damaging Leos. And we've had this message a lot. This is the time to look at that and review actually what had become a burden that you don't need to carry forward, and just release it. Release the box sets. Remember, you are keeping time. It's not coming up at the moment. I might have to go to a different deck for that. I was like, oh, this for the tigers, but I think I might need to add. I'm doing the readings how I fancy. There's no rules. Yeah, look. What they're saying here is, when you come into this new frequency, you're locking away all the things that damage you from the past. And what I mean by locking them away is you're transforming them. They can no longer hurt you. And then here, we've got that sense of the anxiety just all being cut away. It all has to end. This is such an enormous chance to transform. This is a journey into your unseen to find your present pathway. So I'm going to pick up this deck. That wasn't it, but they were saying to me George Gershwin. I don't know why you need to have. So look, you were lost. You were floating around and you really didn't know what was going on, but you're being taken on a spirit ride. This ride is to temper your waters, but you've got to open the space for those waters because they're not your natural ground. They're not the energy. It's like there's a different rule book coming in and you're being moved towards this. Your energy began with the mother of the moons, bringing the moon into your own house, into your language, shining with the sun, your power, but becoming, I want to say, just becoming a lion that you want to just go and hug. I want to hug you all, Leo. I'm really, it's so beautiful, the softness. It's like a sexy growl rather than an aggressive growl. It's like that growl that the panther gave me when on that video that's on my Instagram. When he just looked at me and softly growled at me in a sexual way. That's this energy of your new roar. It's so charming. And look what it makes you become. It makes you become open to love, Leo. Like you are a sea lion in the cosmic ocean, swimming around like a merlion, all loved up. It's gorgeous energy. It's beautiful energy. Eartha Kitt. I love Eartha Kitt. I met her once. I just want to say that. I went to see her in a concert about 2 years before she died. And one of her famous songs is An Old-Fashioned Millionaire. And to update it, she called it An Old-Fashioned Billionaire. And I went with a woman who bought me the ticket and took me. She was part of the scene of the Brat Pack. She had known all of those great Hollywood actors. And Eartha Kitt was about to sing An Old-Fashioned Billionaire. And she said to the audience, I don't know if anyone knows Sammy Davis Jr. And the woman sitting next to me that took me went, I do! Really, really loudly. I met him as well, Tom Jones, tiny, even with the foot extensions he has in his heels. It's not unusual to be loved by anyone. Ba-da-na-na-na-na. I just saw that flash of light again. It might be Cher. She just won't leave me alone today. If I could turn back time. Anyway, Leo. Oh, Leo! Oh, I just poked me crow. Conquer you, become emotionally stable, change that need. Remember, as I said, Regulus is now in Virgo, it's immutable earth. You don't need to be the leader, just be you and you will lead in love. Conquer you, conquer love. Become open in love. With love and love and love and love and love. Wow. Wow. I'm just going to put a couple of Alchemy of Astrology on. I know. It's amazing. I mean, look. You can't make it up. Temperance. Softening emotions. Love. King of Cups, which is Charlemagne, and love. Love, 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 love is all you need. Love, 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 love is all you need. Love, love, love. Moon in Libra. Emotional partnershiping. Monas hieroglyphicus. This is sacred wisdom. What's the sacred wisdom? Love. Love. If you can just deal with love without all the toxic sides of the emotions, it's a sacred frequency. South Node. This is the gift, Leo, that you came with. This incarnation that you're currently in was totally the dragon's tail, the mastered qualities of love, but you weren't allowed to let them out properly, and it hurt you. And then Venus is here. She rules love. Love, love, love. Love is all I need. Go and get it. Don't need it. Know it. Have it. And then Moon in Cancer. Lock that love into the cuddly Leo lion in your sacral. And that's that energy of where House 11, the collective, lovingly shed your box sets to find you, because that begins at 7 degrees in Cancer. So release the box sets, release the collection of souls to their journeys. It's not being mean, it's letting them live their lives so that you can be the shaman of agua, the shaman of the waters, the shaman of emotions, a beacon of fiery, passionate love. I'm just going to end it there. You have got that notion coming from the cosmic ocean. Oh, and there was a little card over there just hiding away, which is your house 12, self-actualization. That's what you're doing. You're liberating your soul from a kind of material obsessions, but they were the material obsessions of the collection, the box set around you, not your own. You came in as a gift of love. You got distorted again by this notion of being fixed fire, being the king of the jungle. You don't have to do it anymore. You just need to be lovely. And it looks like you will. So we just got Scorpio left. Yeah, bees are really lovely. They're interdimensional beings. They're not always here. When we went into the first lockdown in 2020, insects kept appearing through dimensional gateways that I'd never seen before. I saw a hummingbird moth. I didn't even know they existed till the week I'd looked them up, and then they started coming through the portals from other places. They're like, we're all here. We can come and pollinate the whole world if you stop fucking it up. And we didn't. Well, a lot of us did, but corporations and global leaders still haven't let go of their goblin mode. The goblin mode is dead. It might become word of the year, but goblin mode is over as soon as it's been named. To name a thing can sometimes be to kill a thing. Just saying, Twitter. Not Twitty. Right, so, well, do you know what? I'm getting hungry, but do you know what I've got, Olga? Palta and Sal Alhambros. I've forgotten the word already. So, Scorpio, I need a timestamp page, timestamp page, timestamp page, timestamp page, timestamp page for Scorpio 1:58:30. My pen's gone a bit weird again. 1:58:30. And then that needs to be divided, take away 120, so it's 2 hours, 38, actually it's 45 now. 023845 is where Scorpio begins. Scorpio. Gonna go with your bells straight away. I'm in this because I'm suddenly worrying that the energy might run out. So Scorpio, I saw, that's a heavy old place to have a stellium. Do you feel like having sex when you're sitting down on a chair? Right, look, Scorpio. What? Wassail Margaret Hughes. I was being shown whether it were glass or ice or the edge of a pond. There was no movement in the surface. The water was fixed, frozen. And then in the reflective energy, I was seeing birds circling overhead. And they felt like vultures, or at least birds that consume carrion, okay? And they were really small, and if I was to have looked up, I wouldn't be able to see them. They would have been obscured, but they were being lit by the sun somehow and shadowed by the sun, but you could only see them sliding across. And they had enormous fluidity, but the surface of the water didn't. That was really still. So, where do we begin? So, you are houses 3 and 4 of this solstice. You have a really strong link to it beginning house 3 in the tail end of Libra, and then it goes right through to 29 degrees of your own sign, house 4. And then that last little bit of house 4 belongs to Sagittarius. But you've got Haumea at 0 degrees 46. And although it's not in your sign, there's something to do with Ceres at 0 degrees 46. I haven't written it down, but I think it's Sagittarius. There's a time jump. There's an energy where you can jump time somehow. So you've got the South Node at 10 degrees, and you've got Psyche in conjunction at 11 degrees. And actually it's 10 degrees 44, 11 degrees 44. So again, there's these very strong numbers, and there's a connection as well to Wassail Nancy's Art, 11. Psyche's at 11, just as you arrived. Jupiter at 0 degrees of Aries. So there's a lot going on in this sign. So whatever channel, waters are alive. Waters, and that's interesting because that was still like frozen. So waters are alive. Waters roll from high to low ground. Waters know their journey is to greet, I spelled that so wrong, is to greet the cosmic ocean. Waters know they belong to the whole lagoon. And then I heard big fish, small pond. You need to pour towards the collective. Don't be a big fish in a small pond. Be a small fish in a collective ocean. That's what was part of your message. And then Tony Braxton, I think, sang, "Unfix my heart," as in unfix the broken pains within your heart. Emotions are like a human-built dam. And they are created to water, the thirst of your community. We build dams to kind of hold water, emotions, to feed the thirst within our communities. But we're also, in that same way, we are withholding and controlling others' existences further down the river. So we all need access to water, but we all grow when the dam bursts and nature decides the course of the cosmic opportunities. Don't hold all of your aces up your sleeve. Use them now. Use them to create new beginnings. Don't hang on. Don't make a dam. Don't stop communities further down from having their emotions, from having their waters that they need. And I think that's a message for humanity as well as for Scorpio. We have to stop damming rivers because we're damming humanity. We have to stop as humans trying to manipulate the flow of the cosmos when it's selfish. We need to do these things for the collective. Now, sure, I could say, I'm going to build a dam on the River Nile because it's for the collective. No, it's not. It's for controlling greed. Again, it's goblin mode. Anyway, what do you have? You have a piece of classical music. I've got a bit of an itch. I don't like scratching it because it's still a bit tender. But you have, I'm really worried we're going to run out of time. I'm going to keep going anyway. So look, you have a piece of music where the words, I picked up the wrong. So you have a piece where the words are by Walt Whitman, and it's the Vaughan-Williams Sea Symphony. And it's only the first 3.5 minutes, which contains the words. It's kind of this chordal sequence where the orchestra goes bam, ba 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 bam, 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 and then this chorus bursts in. They go, behold the sea itself, and then they roll on with some words about, and on its limitless heaving breast the ships see where their white sails, bellying in the wind, speckle the green and blue, see the steamers coming and going, steaming in and out of port, see dusky and undulating the long pennants of smoke. It's about how water, the cosmos, sustains all life. And as fixed water, you need to break down the dams. Take your thumb out, smash the dams, and let the cosmic waters flow on everyone. That's where you begin. Okay? So, it's only the first 3.5 minutes, because after that point it gets really annoying. Some baritone comes in, you're like, ugh, it's really good until this point. So, let's begin with your shamanics. 168. Nearly on 3 hours again. How did that happen? I'm blaming Aquarius. They stole so much frequency time at the beginning. Oh look, the dance of life coming out in your reading. Do you know, Eartha Kitt was very intense and very inspiring, Harry. I've always loved her and I really enjoyed meeting her after the show. And I love so many of her songs, but I channeled and looked at some of her songs the other day and I just thought they don't belong anymore to our new age somehow. And that felt a little bit sad. But it's not an energy of the now. The dance of life and love. What's going on? If you undam your emotions, love flows. You are fixed water, and it's time to release it. It's time to dance over those shadows. So I want to ask, you see, look, there is this conjunction between the South Node and Psyche, which is like you came into the world with the gift of love. And this energy of you dancing to life, there's a real sense of freedom, but there's something that's the dam. What is the dam? I'm going to look at Haumea, Ceres, and Jupiter. Haumea, Ceres, and Jupiter. Oh, there's Jupiter. This is currently Jupiter standing at 0 degrees in the readings. Never used to be. And then look, the Shaman of the Earth, the beat of the drum. This is like it's bringing a new beating energy, a new beating heart. Haumea, that's so weird. Look, I want to say you're being gifted with that same magical energy that we had before. The dance of the drum, the dance of life. But what's interesting here is not so immediately available. It's bookending the frequency. What's in between Jupiter, love, Jupiter, and the Shaman of the Earth? It's like you've got to break through the barriers. You've got to break through. I'll put them the wrong way around. You've got to, there's so much earth energy. So it feels as though we're still suffering from that earth epoch energy where earth was on steroids. We built dams, we stole water, we pushed and forced water to go to agricultural lands, and we robbed indigenous communities of the water that was part of their living culture. And so there's something about the waters needing to be restored. The waters have also had so much silt within them that I think this is a much harder frequency to connect into and break through. I want to just see if we can get any energies of water. There's a dryness. There's a parched landscape. You know, this should be in water. It's like this is coming across as an energy that's affecting you as Scorpio, as fixed water, because we've been living in an epoch where emotions are not allowed to flow, and they've got to return. I'm just going to keep going for the moment. That one hit me in the face. The drum of spirit. This is all dry energy. It's got love behind it. It's created from love. Love is trapped but needs to be knocked out of the frequency. There's a spiritual awakening 10-10 either side. And as I said, the magic of the 110 frequency has got a whole series of silted energies between it. Yeah, I'm not getting it. I'm not getting water. Where's the water? Let's go to the runes. Where are they? Again, static on the bottom. Just another message of, it's like, Scorpio, you've got to work so hard to break this fixed emotional energy. You'll do it. You will do it. But it's more of an effort because there's a global thirst that needs it. And you are the one to unfix my heart. Oh, look, Perv, a cosmic surge. A cosmic surge. I'm being given a message of, look, they're showing me this as Roman numerals being a mirror. It's like the solution, so V1, 1V, is not clear. The solution is not obvious because it's written in an older language. So to unlock the dams, the cosmic emotional dams, to free the waters, and this does feel like it's not about you. This feels like it's about humanity. A trove. This is interesting. Spear is something that distorted over time. Originally, a spear was used to catch fish, animals, to feed a community, and slowly it became a weapon of war, and we need to put down those weapons. We need to stop that frequency, and there will be an energetic surge towards that frequency in the coming year. Okay, I can already see where this is going. Look, it needs unplugging. What was anchored emotionally has to be kind of broken asunder, smashed, unbound. We have to unbind all the emotional blockages. Scorpio, it's your power. It's South Node. It's the gift you came in with to transform this. And then we've got health. There's something about water and health. There's something about withholding it. Again, look, they're showing me this. It's like this is in the same language now. So 6 in reverse is 6-1. But when you put it in the right language, the code's not there. So it still doesn't mirror properly. How do we release the waters? Well, not we, you. Why do I always forget I'm Scorpio rising? So what does Scorpio need to do? What does Scorpio need to do? Well, purge, dege, balance, bring things into mirroring. But to purge, hang on a minute. To purge and then apple bearer, to bear fruits, we have to make sacrifices. We have to somehow make emotional sacrifices to transform this. It's really surprising. It's not the energy that I thought we would be tuning into. Do I want the Golden Tower of the Renaissance? It is a rebirth, and I think it was in the Renaissance period that we were last in Water Epoch. And Water Epoch will come in the next 200 years. Sounds a long way off, but the whole point is water is different in Air Epoch to in Earth Epoch. In Earth Epoch, emotions become stunted. They don't function properly. I don't know that we do want this deck. Let me see what comes out. Yeah, I guess so. Look, this new Earth, this new frequency, I kind of want to say there's an energy of this as being Titania behind the elven light somehow, the animism within the natural world, the new frequency of a calmer Earth, and then you've got the Four of Cups. This is you beginning that Aquarian frequency of pouring waters. But look at all the barren, dry cups here. And look at how raggedy you feel at the moment, trying to get humanity to understand emotions differently. I feel like we call you fixed emotions, fixed water, but the energy of the water, it's like you understand emotions so much because they're all inside you. It's a little bit like Cancer understands emotions because they're cardinal, but Cancer gets bruised more easily by them. You have a greater tenacity to deal with this, but in your fixedness, if you can just open the dams, you will see that you know the truth of love in the water. You know a different language of love. You dance a different language of love, and that needs to come out more or be displayed more. They show me a peacock's tail, like 1,000 eyes of love looking out at everyone. So look, because love became a kind of rutting sexualness in the age of greed, in the goblin mode that we were all in, it was like being castrated, and that's what this card shows. The vision that you were left with by revealing your loving sexual passions was to feel castrated, to feel excommunicated, because that's also been a religion. Not a religion. That's so weird that I said religion, but it is a religious energy. But it's been an energy that's been out there transforming things. I feel like this is your energy when you look at everybody else emotionally. You just think that they're all kids because they can't grow up. Yeah, they've castrated you, but even that's not bothered you. There's something about the age of eunuchs, castrati. It's like there's a misconception around castrati, eunuchs, in that the idea was if you cut their balls off, they have no sexual desires. It's wrong. They have all the sexual desires, they just don't have sperm, so they can't reproduce. And so they were used as a kind of, an army that could protect women, because even if they did have sex with them, they at least wouldn't sire children. And there's something in that frequency of the eunuch that you kind of, I want to say you kind of recognize and understand somehow. So 421, that's not, it's so weird, it showed me as 424, and as I looked down I was like, it's a 1, not a 4. So again, that's like a fog that doesn't reveal the truth. 8 of Swords. So this is like, again, this has got this energy of you being chastised in the past, and now it's time to move forwards. I'm feeling, seriously, Scorpio, it's uncomfortable, a huge energy where you are being and have been held responsible for frequencies that were created by others. So by being your true self, by understanding emotions, it's almost like you've had to fix them all in because dogma has come for you on so many occasions. Dogma has ruled out your South Node gifts that you came with. And your gifts, Scorpio, is to rebirth emotions, And every time you show that in your life, you get chastised for it, castrated for it. I'm going to change decks to see where we're going. It's a really different energy frequency. I'm so sorry. I was really excited about your reading because it's about breaking a dam and there was something really thrilling. But at the moment, it's just talking about the history of what's made you so fixed emotionally, is that you know if you release the flow of true emotions, it upsets people. It's not allowed. You know, they can all wag their finger at you, and to you, you're just accessing a playfulness, a pleasure. So, Wassail, Sophie and Dama. Oh, Wassail, David. Don't think I said hello to you, sorry. Oh, look, David. You're there. King David. So, this is creating a new kind of music. That was the mutable sign for Pisces. Make your own kind of music, sing your own special song, even if nobody else sings along. This is a liar, not a L-I-A, L-I-A-R. This is an L-Y, the liar. This is about singing a new sensual, what do I want to say? Psalter. P.S. Psalter, silent P. It's like you are the new hymn book. You are, sorry, I can smell a new smell. You are the new hymn book. You are the new dance. You are the new tune. You are the thing that frees emotions to bring them into the world for humanity. You are the transference somehow of going from the dam and the damned in many ways, although I don't believe in the damnation, but the energy that religious zealotry has. You are the thing that opens the waters of Ganymede to flow. The Aquarian energy can't come through the other water signs. I know that's an air sign, but it can't come into time until you rewrite the psaltery, which is the hymns, the emotions. There's a lot of bravery needed here. Look, lovers, transforming. Five of Pentacles is excommunication in most decks, being shut out from religion. This is a completely different card. This is the Italian origins, not the Marseille origins. And in this deck, and also in the Attila deck, the Five of Pentacles is love and playfulness. And that's what you're beginning to pour out again. And we're now on the card of castration. How's that changing? Because we've gone from this energy of Queen of Earth to King of Air, moving from one frequency to the other, making her softer, making this energy renewed and gentle. Pouring out, unblocking the new emotional language. Showing people how to be grown up around a new kind of love. Look at your bollocks falling off. So you are castrated. You need to cut away. You need to cut away that frequency. You need, and look, it has happened. We no longer live in an age where we castrate people. And there was chemical castration as well, which happened to the guy that invented the computer, Alan Turing. He used to live in my hometown of Hastings. But he was chemically castrated for being gay. It's offering alternatives to sex. It's time to be the alternatives, to live them, to show them as being something beautiful. I'm not saying you've all got to be gay, but what I mean is we've all got to embody sexuality in a grown-up, mature way, instead of giggling about it. So again, pruning, cutting back, cutting off. It's time to move into a new emperor frequency. This is to live symbiotically, to no longer be judging. Allow this confidence, this, understand the little children that still titter and can't deal with sex. It's time to show them that there is no life if we don't have sex, because we don't reproduce. It's essential to living. Oh, look at you. Again, you're trying to bring forwards a new energy. It's not, the people that were left outside, the excommunicated, were forced together only. This is about bringing everyone into a blossoming, beautiful frequency. Jupiter wishes. They're here in your reading. So from today, not the day that this reading sets. On the day this reading sets is when the wishes start to flow. 0 degrees. Jupiter. This is Jupiter in Pisces. This is Jupiter hitting the point of Eris and growing. And then it ends with the 5 of Swords. This is the decrepitude. This is the toxic fruits that have been able to choke the Yggdrasil tree. They have to be removed. They have to be allowed to flood away. But we need to teach future generations that sex is a beautiful and essential part of life. Follows. What are the unintended consequences of this? A falling population. I want to say tantric sophistication, even though I'm trying to look, partnerships are coming out. This is the rebirthing. It happens when you break the waters and let them flood down on the whole world. But you have to stand bravely in that frequency, as you always have. But in the past, it's been something that has castrated you. It's a little bit like, so they're talking to me about how some actors in films can have been encouraged to go slightly too far in that rutty earth energy, and then their careers are ended. And yet for you, it's your life force. It's where the sun shines. It's a beautiful energy. It's laughter. It's vital. And this will end. This will end because this energy of greed and goblin mode has calcified. It's being polished away now. It's not part of the energy moving forwards. It's Venus. Venus in conjunction on the 1st January with Pluto, bringing a new collective energy this year. And then you've got Haumea, look, birthing the true alchemy in all souls. Haumea and Mary the Jewess. I mean, what a wonderful way to end this solstice reading. Bringing things out from under the table, bringing out that kind of tittering, displaying passions, displaying love, not fearing copulation. It's the true alchemy. It's the cosmic womb. Without sex, without love, there is no life. And we all need to appreciate that. In Scorpio, you can go a long way in helping people understand it. So yes, thank you, Kizzy Cat. Please, everybody, send me tips, because my accounts are a little low at the moment, and it's not like I'm going to be raking it in from the deck straight away later. But yes, I need help, because I have to, especially with Christmas and New Year coming up, I want to be somewhere really lovely to launch the deck. I want to be by the sea, if I can afford to, so that I can enjoy, yeah, I love Mary the Jewess. She is the perfect homegirl. Yeah, I want to be by the sea so that I can go return to Neptune and swim every day and channel stuff. Because I'm worth it, said the L'Oreal hair model. Did you see all my hair swishing then? Now, that's interesting. Why did you just say you had Mary the Jewess Macedonian blood? Because what's really weird is the fact that when I first looked up Mary the Jewess, she was Macedonian. And then months later when I was reading about her, she'd been transformed into an Egyptian. So how are you in a dimension with me where she's still in that Macedonian frequency? That completely fascinates me. Yeah, I would come to Portugal, Olga, but I need to stay here on the Americas. But Sandra, are you saying that Mary the Jewess was from Macedonia, like your mum? Because she was from Macedonia when I first encountered her, and then, as I say, months later, she was Egyptian, and I knew I was in a different time dimension, and that has been the message in this, how time dimensions shift. Yeah, I don't want to fly for that long though, Olga, to visit. It's not about staying. I wouldn't stay in Portugal anymore. I didn't like it. I did. But it just wasn't the energy, you know, I had to move through lots of different frequencies. And it taught me so many beautiful things, Portugal. And then it said, right, now go. Like everywhere does. Everyone's like, right, that's your lesson, move on. I love Peru, but Peru's saying, move on. And I thought I'd go to Panama and then slip in. She was Macedonian blood, I believe, living in Egypt. You see, now that is interesting, because I read in my thing that she was born in Egypt. I thought she was Macedonian. And I don't know what that's about. She taught in an Egyptian school, but yeah, I thought she was Macedonian. And the reason I thought that was because I knew a woman called Maya who I taught to sing. And she was from Macedonia. And so when I saw Mary the Jewess, I connected visually Maya into her frequency. I have to do some digging later, because maybe I've shifted and shifted and shopped into another dimension where she is allowed to be Macedonian again, but living in Egypt. That'd be interesting. Because as I say, last time I read about her, she was said to be Egyptian. She's an alchemist though, see, I think she's always shifting our perceptions of her. Yeah, Peru does love me. Try the Baja area of where? The Baja area of Panama or Mexico? I'm not sure they'll let me back into Mexico just yet. I overstayed my welcome. Never done that before, but I was having all that tooth problem, and then I couldn't go and talk to immigration. I tried, and so did my hostess, and in the end I just had to overstay my welcome and then pay a fine. But I wouldn't like to get a ticket, fly into the airport and then get refused, because they're like, well, and also actually it's very interesting. When I went to pay the fine, I had my phone with my ticket on, and they said you can't pay your fine with an electronic ticket, you have to have a printed ticket. So I went and queued again, I got the printed ticket, I paid the fine, they photocopied my passport and my ticket, and then when I went to walk into the airport, the guy said to me, you can't come into the airport. I went, why not? He said, that's not your ticket, that's a woman's ticket. And so I paid my fine on somebody else's ticket, but with my passport. And I'm like, so that's going to be one of them unresolved issues that I can't quite get over. And I'd love to come back to Mexico, because I only saw that much of it. And it's big. And I think that Mexicans are absolutely gorgeous people. And I'd like to see more, but later, I think. Gonna do Panama, where they all supposedly wear hats. So, beautiful people. We've been on for 201 minutes. 202. You do the maths. It's 3 hours and 20 minutes. 22 minutes. So I am going to go and have a palta with smoked salt from the Incan salt pans. And thank you all very much for staying here till the end. And I have 66 likes. Let's hope there's 66 donations as well. Even if they're just $1. All adds up. It's another night in a hotel or a Airbnb. So beautiful people, or another meal or 3. I am very pleased with those. I really enjoyed them. And I will be back probably tomorrow. Tomorrow is going to be interesting. So I'm supposed to pick up the deck. So all pull that deck out of Peruvian Customs and send it to me. And then I've got to have a shave, which I have to go to the barber's for, and I have to pack, and I have to book a ticket, and I have to find somewhere to stay, because I'm not doing any of that until I've got that deck in my hand, the Liffruma deck. So, it's gone to 68 now, which is the year of my birth. It's also the number on a building outside in great big plaster letters. So, there is a lot of love coming, Solstice. I love a lot of love. So, yeah, I've really enjoyed those. Yeah, I love a bit of palta. I'm not saying it. Aguacate, which is not the Peruvian name for it, it's the Mexican. So, beautiful people. Have a beautiful day. I was really sharp right at the end. Let's have a sip of water. So beautiful, beautiful, beautiful people. I hopefully see you tomorrow. If I don't, might see you the day after. I just don't know. I've got no idea what is happening. Should be travelling. But we shall see what we shall see. What?